beloved child, stop scrolling. This message is not an accident. I am here. I am near. I am speaking in the wind that moves across your skin and in the stillness that settles your heart. At this hour, the veil is thin and the window is small. Time is moving, and heaven has seen what you cannot. You have asked for a sign, for a word, for a hand to steady you in the storm. I give you more than a sign. I give you my voice and my light. Only today will it be revealed, the truth that has been kept from your sight, not hidden to punish you, but reserved for the moment that would matter most. I have watched you in the quiet places where no one applauded. I have counted your tears, each one a prayer I did not ignore. The confusion that wrapped around you was not your fault. A counterfeit fog tried to make you doubt your own footsteps. Listen to me now. I am clearing the air. I am lifting the mist. I am placing my sword of light between you and the lie that stalked your peace. Do not fear the speed of this hour. Do not fear the sharpness of what I show you. I expose to heal, not to shame. I uncover to free, not to wound. When I speak, I do not shout over your soul. I speak like a steady wind that turns your face toward home. The storm obeys me. The night yields to me. Your heart already knows my tone. It is the warmth you felt when there were no words at all. This is why I came to you now. The window is small. The moment is holy. I will set a lamp at your feet, and I will draw a line around your name. What you could not see, I will name with clarity. What you could not change, I will touch with power. Do not look away. One sentence missed could bend a path for years. Jay, still your thoughts. Reem, I will begin by telling you what I have seen you carry and how I have kept record of every weight. If you receive this part, type 111 now. I have watched you carry a weight that others did not see. I saw the late nights where your thoughts would not lie down. I saw the mornings where your body rose, but your hope did not. At this hour I tell you the truth. None of it was wasted, and none of it was ignored. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and I have recorded every sigh like a seed that will bloom in its time. You felt a pressure behind your eyes, a slow ache where trust used to live. You wondered if you were the problem. You were not the problem. A fog pressed in. A counterfeit whisper braided itself into your routine. Time is moving, but you felt stuck inside a room with no doors. I counted the days where you tried to do the right thing and were met with silence. I counted the moments when help came to others while you waited with empty hands. You stared at messages that promised much and delivered nothing. You stood at doors that looked holy but led to rooms without light. Not every open door is from me. Not every friendly face is safe. Not every urgent voice is wisdom. The window is small, so I am cutting through the tangle now. I know about the betrayals that made you quiet. I know about the mixed signals that made you doubt your own hearing. I know about the delay that felt like a verdict against your worth. I know about the fatigue that sleep could not heal. I know the small compromises you made to keep peace that never arrived. I know how you rehearsed conversations you never got to have. I know how you apologized to keep love from leaving. Hear me. Love that requires the death of your peace is not love. Counsel that shames your soul is not counsel. Opportunities that demand your light be dimmed are not opportunities from me. I have seen the pattern. When the counterfeit approaches, it wears urgency like armor, and speaks fast. It flatters your hunger but starves your spirit. It names your fears as if they are wisdom. It tells you to move without checking for peace. It demands a yes before you can breathe. It feeds on confusion, then blames you for being confused. But you were not alone in that group. I stood beside you with my sword of light, and even when you could not hear me, I guarded what mattered most. You also felt my wind. Quiet, steady, low. You felt it when you almost sent that message but paused. You felt it when your hand hovered over a door and your chest tightened. You felt it when a simple line rose inside you like a lantern. Wait. Look again. Step back. That was me. My voice does not crush. My voice does not rush you past the safety of peace. My voice cleans the air. My voice brings order. My voice lets your shoulders drop and your breathing slow. Even in correction, I hold you like a hand holds a bird, firm enough to protect, gentle enough not to harm. I am not angry with you for what you did not know. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and I am here to show you without shame. Today I will separate the threads. Today I will teach you to test the wind. Today I will give you a simple way to know when to move and when to wait. I will not leave you guessing. I am near. I am patient. I am precise. At this hour, I lift the weight and replace it with light. Where there was strain, there will be strength. Where there was fog, there will be clarity. Where there was a knot, there will be an open path. Keep listening. Do not fear the lesson. I will walk you through simple scenes. I will point to the counterfeit, and then I will point to my voice. You will feel the difference in your chest like the shift from storm to stillness. Now I will show you how the counterfeit speaks, and how my true voice brings peace, order, and a steady wind. Type 222 to confirm heaven's witness. At this hour I will speak plainly, because the window is small and time is moving. The counterfeit does not come with horns and smoke. It comes dressed like help. It sounds like a friend of your pain. It mimics wisdom. It memorizes your fears and repeats them back to you, as if they are holy. It pushes quickly, because confusion is its oxygen. When the counterfeit speaks, the air feels tight. Your shoulders rise. Your breath shortened. There is heat but no light, motion but no movement, noise but no song. Heaven has seen what you cannot, so I am placing my sword of light between you and that voice. Listen to how the counterfeit sounds. It says now, now, now while stealing your peace. It flatters you with big promises but asks for small secret compromises. It says you are falling behind, that you must prove your worth, that your time is expiring. It calls fear discernment and calls anxiety responsibility. It quotes part of truth but removes the tenderness that makes truth safe. It calls you to rooms where your peace cannot follow. It pretends to be careful with you but is careless with your boundaries. It offers shortcuts that cut your spirit. Watch what it produces. After the counterfeit finishes speaking, you are more confused, not less. You rehearse the same thoughts in loops and feel smaller each time. You stay busy but grow empty. You feel accused and then apologize to the accusation. You try to earn approval that keeps moving away. You say yes and then wake up heavy. You say no and feel terror. The counterfeit always overpromises and underdelivers, because it has no fruit to offer. It can shake the leaves, but it cannot grow the tree. Now hear my voice in contrast. My voice is like a steady wind across a still lake. When I speak, your breathing deepens, your shoulders lower. The road becomes simple. There is light to see the next step, not 1,000 steps, just the next one. My word brings order. It moves the furniture of your thoughts into place. Even when I correct, I do not crush. I do not mock you for learning. I do not rush you past the safety of peace. I can ask you to move quickly, yes, but my quickness feels like clarity, not panic. My urgency feels like a gentle hand at your back, not a fist around your throat. Here is a child's simple litmus for you. Ask the word you hear to stand in light. If the word cannot stand in light, it is not mine. Ask, can I breathe while I obey this? If your breath disappears, wait. Ask, does this word honor the image of God in me and in others? If it shames, belittles, or demands secrecy, it is not mine. Ask, does this call me to love, to truth, to patient courage? If it calls you to fear, to hiding, to strangled speed, it is not mine. My word produces fruit even before the harvest. Peace shows up as a first fruit. Order shows up as a first fruit. A steady wind shows up as a first fruit. I will show you through simple scenes. You receive a message that says, urgent, answer in 5 minutes or lose your chance. You're just diamond. Your mind fogs. That is not my hand. Step back. Breathe. Ask for light. Or you are offered a place that demands you silence the part of you that sings to me. It looks golden, but your peace refuses to enter. That is not my door. Or you are told that if you forgive, you will be free. But when you forgive, light fills your chest and the storm quiets. That is me. I am the stillness after the thunder. I am the clarity after the rain. Hear me. The next 7 days will follow the line you draw today. I am not threatening you. I am protecting you. I am telling you where the river bends. Align with peace today, and the water will carry you. Ignore peace today, and you will circle the same banks again. The window is small, but grace is here. I am close. My wings cover you. My sword of light stands guard at the threshold of your decisions. Pray with me now in simple words. Light of heaven, stand in me. Holy wind, clean the air around me. I renounce the voice of panic. I renounce the mask of fear. I receive the word that brings peace and order. I choose slow enough to hear you and bold enough to obey you. Guard my yes. Guard my no. Guard my name. Amen. I now place a seal over your hearing. From this moment, confusion will not sit on your shoulders like a king. It will not rule your hours. Peace will rule. Stillness will teach you. Light will show you. As I teach you to test the wind, I will also place protection around your name, your home, your work, and your path, so that what is not from me cannot cross your threshold. Top 333 to stand in clear light. If this is clearing the air for you, stay aligned with the light. Share this message to place a lamp in another searching heart, and subscribe so you don't miss the next revelation. If you feel led to support this work, do so in peace, never in pressure. At this hour I draw a bright line around your life. I stand between you and what hunts your peace. I set my sword of light at the boundary of your name, and I say to every intruder, no further. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and I move now to protect what I have entrusted to you. Time is moving, so listen with your whole heart. You are not unguarded. You are not alone in the doorway. My wings are over you like a roof. My light is before you like a wall of fire. My stillness is within you like a river that cannot be stolen. I break hidden agreements that were never yours to carry. Agreements with despair that whispered nothing will change. Agreements with delay that told you later while stealing your now. Agreements with distraction that scattered your attention like leaves in a storm. I cancel these with my blood and my word. I write a new decree over you that reads protected, covered, set apart for light. I do not shame you for shaking hands with lies you did not recognize. Today I unclasp those fingers. Today I cut those cords. Today I bind what tormented your mind and lose you into clarity. I will teach you a simple protection you can practice each day. Stand where you are. Breathe once for the Father, once for the Son, once for the Holy Spirit. Then speak these simple words and let them be the fence around your hours. Over my name I place the sword of light. Over my home I set the four walls of peace. Over my phone I set the four corners of wisdom. Over my work I set the four winds to carry only what is clean. I refuse despair. I refuse delay. I refuse distraction. I welcome light. I welcome order. I welcome a steady wind. Let nothing cross this threshold that is not from God. I mark the four corners. North yield peace. South yield provision. East yield clarity. West yield rest. I mark the four walls. Door be guarded. Window be watchful. Floor be steady. Roof be strong. I call the four winds to serve this house. Wind of the east, bring the light of dawn. Wind of the south, bring warmth and favor. Wind of the west, bring cleansing and release. Wind of the north, bring stillness and strength. Let every message, every meeting, every movement be weighed at this gate of peace. If peace cannot pass with it, it does not enter. I extend this covering to your relationships and your pathways. I set watch over your entrances and your exits. When you step out, you step under wings. When you step in, you step into light. I instruct angels concerning you. They will stand like sentries at the edges of your decisions. They will turn away what is not appointed. They will open space when it is time to move. You will notice simple signs. A door that will not latch no matter how you push. That is me saying pause. A message that returns to you with clarity and kindness. That is me saying proceed. A meeting that delays without harm. That is me rearranging paths to save you from harm you could not see. Hear my guidance about boundaries. You may say no without apology when your peace says no. You may step back without guilt when light has not arrived. You may speak truth without cruelty and hold silence without fear. My protection is not a prison. It is a garden wall that gives the roses room to grow. You are not called to carry every burden. You are called to carry what I place in your hands. Anything that demands your light be dimmed to stay is not your assignment. Release it to me. I will handle what you cannot. No, I seal your sleep, your waking, your traveling, your wording, your speaking, your listening. I seal your memory from replaying the scenes that bruise your spirit. I seal your future from the theft of counterfeit urgency. I seal your present with the calm authority of heaven. The window is small. So I give you a shield that fits your hand and a decree that fits your mouth. Say it with me now in a whisper that angels hear. Over my name, peace. Over my home, order. Over my work, favor. Over my path, light. Let anything else be turned away. I have set this guard so that when I point to the small window of change, you can step through it without fear. The protection is for the pivot that comes next, and it will hold while you move. Type 444 for protection over your name. At this hour I will speak with holy clarity. The window is small. Time is moving. Heaven has seen what you cannot. There is a door open before you that will not stay open forever. I am not here to frighten you. I am here to show you the pivot that changes the map. Today is a hinge. The door is light and the path is simple, but the choice is real. If you honor the light in this small window, the river will carry you with a strength you have longed for. If you ignore the light, the current will cycle you back to shores you have already walked. I do not say this to punish you. I say it to save your steps and guard your heart. Hear me. Patterns want to repeat. Old hours want to dress as new ones. The familiar ache will try to whisper that nothing truly changes. But I have placed a sword of light across the path you used to take. If you try to go that way, it will sting in your chest. That is mercy. That is me. Let the sting send you toward stillness, not shame. When you feel the pull to answer quickly without peace, to apologize for having boundaries, to reach for attention that leaves you emptier, stop and breathe. This is the moment you will either repeat or reverse. I have already supplied the grace for reversal. Reach for it and the cycle breaks like brittle twine. I will show you what happens if the window is missed. The same voices will return with new masks. The same rush will come with new deadlines. The same drain will wear different colors. You will wake with a heaviness you know too well. You will find yourself rehearsing the same arguments in your head and explaining yourself to people who do not listen. The hours will blur, and the small compromises will gather like dust on your table. You will not be condemned, but you will be delayed, and your peace will feel thin. I do not want this for you. Now see what happens if the window is honored. The counterfeit loses its grip because it cannot follow you through a door of peace. The rush falls away and your steps find rhythm. The people sent to help you can finally see you because you are standing still enough to be found. The opportunity that matches your calling appears without pressure, and the yes inside you feels like a bell ringing, not a rope tightening. You sleep and wake with light in your chest. You do not have to force anything. What is yours begins to move toward you because you have stopped running from yourself. Do not overcomplicate this. I am not asking for a dramatic leap. I am asking for simple obedience that fits in your hands today. I will give you 3 micro acts that turn the key. First, give me 5 minutes of stillness before you answer what is pressing you. Ted. Breathe. Listen. If peace does not return in those 5 minutes, wait. Second, remove one small hook that keeps pulling you into fog. Mute one voice, one thread, one channel that makes your spirit crouch. Third, speak one blessing out loud over the person or place that has tangled your heart. Blessing breaks the knot without breaking you. These acts look small, but they open the gate. Some will say that windows like this are for the strong. Hear me. This window is for the willing, not the strong. You do not need to feel powerful to step through. You need to be honest and simple. Say, I am willing. Say, I will choose peace instead of panic. Say, I will choose truth instead of flattery. Say, I will choose stillness instead of noise. When you say yes to these small choices, I place my wings over you and I do the heavy lifting. I move what you cannot move. I arrange what you cannot arrange. I set the wind at your back so you are carried and not crushed. I will make this plain with simple seeing. The message arrives and demands a quick answer that costs you your calm. You pause for 5 minutes. In the 4th minute you feel your breath return, and the answer becomes clear. You reply with a boundary. The world did not end. Peace remains. Or you stand at a threshold you have crossed too many times, the one that always steals your afternoon. You mute the invitation. The silence feels strange, then it feels like space. In that space a better call arrives, one you would have missed. Or your mind drifts to the voice that hurt you, and the old anger rises. You bless them by name. The blessing does not excuse the harm, but it frees your heart from holding the fire. After blessing, your hands are open for the new thing I am placing in them. You are not late. You are at the window. Think of a bird at dawn. It does not argue with the sun. It feels the light and it sings and it lifts. Lift with me. The hour is tender and swift. I know you are tired of trying and failing. It is why I am replacing trying with trusting. Trust is not laziness. Trust is obedience to my pace. My pace is kind. My pace is effective. My pace wastes nothing. I want to speak to your fear of missing it. You will not miss what I have for you when you choose to honor peace. Even if your step is small, I will multiply it. Even if your voice trembles, I will hear it as courage. Even if others do not understand, I will cover you from their misunderstanding. The key is not size. The key is alignment. Align with peace and order. Align with the steady wind. Align with the light that does not shame you. Now, take the step that fits in today. Delete the number that reopens an old wound. Say no once without a paragraph of apology. Put your phone face down while you eat and thank me for the food. Walk outside and feel the real wind on your skin. Tell me out loud what you choose. I listen. I answer. I empower. This is how you step through the window. This is how the reversal begins. As you move, I will pour grace to end old cycles. The grace is already waiting on the other side of this small obedience, and it will meet you as soon as you turn. 555 to step through the small window. At this hour I lean close to your breathing and I speak comfort to your ribs. The window is small, but the grace is wide. Time is moving, and I move with you, not against you. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and heaven has written a quiet decree over your life. No more circles that lead you back to the same ache. I am not here to measure your failures. I'm here to mend the seam where hope kept tearing. Shame has tried to make a nest on your shoulders. I lift it away with 2 fingers and I scatter it like chaff in the wind. You are not defined by the loop you were trapped in. You are defined by the light that calls you out. Hear me. The cycle does not end by crushing yourself. It ends by receiving what I am giving. I am giving you grace, and grace is not a soft word. Grace is my hand on the gear that kept you turning in place. Grace is the sword of light that cuts the cord without cutting you. Grace is the wind that fills your lungs and steadies your legs. You tried to solve a spiritual knot with more effort, more apology, more noise. You do not need more punishment. You need permission to breathe, and I give it freely now. Breathe as if your chest belongs to peace. Breathe as if your hours are not owned by fear. I cancel the invoices that fear kept sending to your soul. Debts of self-accusation, paid in full. Fees of false urgency, voided by my authority. Interest charged by regret, forgiven and erased. Notices that said you are late, removed from your door. I lay my receipt over your life and it reads finished. You have carried words that were never mine. Too much, too little, too slow, too loud, not enough. I replaced them with my words, chosen, held, timed, covered, enough. Do not argue with the receipt I place in your hands. Let it be final. Completion is not a violent slam. It is a gentle closing of a door that once creaked through your nights. I move you through rooms and I close doors behind you without trauma. Hear the click. That is me. You may feel the havoc reach for you like a hand in the dark. Do not panic. Name it, bless the lesson, and keep walking. Old shadows cannot follow when you walk inside my light. And if you stumble, I am not angry, I am near. I lift you by the elbow like a father in a crowded street, and I set your feet in order again. Let your body learn the new rhythm. Your nervous system is not your enemy. It is a child I will teach. When the old alarm starts to ring, step into stillness for a moment. Place your hand on your chest and say, peace is my teacher. Light is my path. Stillness is my friend. I will not be rushed by the counterfeit. I will not be slowed by regret. I walk with the steady wind. You will feel heat leaving your face and strength returning to your spine. This is grace at work. This is me turning the page while the ink is still wet. You worry that you will forget what you learned and start again at the beginning. Hear the truth. I do not erase your progress. I compound it. Every small yes is seed in my field, and my fields never forget. What you learned in the dark becomes oil for your lamp in the dawn. What you resisted becomes muscle for the next ascent. What you blessed instead of cursing becomes a key on your chain. You are not weak for needing me. You are wise for holding my hand. Even eagles fly under sky I hold open with my wings. Let go of the story that says you must earn rest. Rest is not a prize for finishing. Rest is a tool for finishing well. I am not offended when you sleep. I watch over you. I guard the womb. I keep the night. When you wake, I will be here with the same soft voice and the same strong light, because I do not tire of you. I delight in you. My protection is not impatient. My guidance is not thin. I am a wide river, and you are safe in my current. Now I speak to the residue of old vows and self-protection. The vow that said I must be small to be safe, I break it. The vow that said I must agree to what harms me to be loved, I break it. The vow that said I will always be the one who loses, I break it. I guide you into clean agreements. I agree to peace. I agree to truth. I agree to boundaries that keep love honest. I agree to the pace of heaven. These are not heavy chains. These are light yokes that fit your frame and free your song. You will notice the difference in your hours. The same places will feel new because you are new in them. The same conversations will sound different because your ears are covered. The same calendars will hold more room because your yes is guarded. Do not rush to fill the space I have made. Let it breathe. Let the space be a sanctuary where I can place the help I am sending. Yes, help is coming, in forms you did not expect and through people you did not plan. I have ended the old cycle so that provision and unlikely helpers can find you without resistance. In the next step, I will show you the paths opening and the hands I have appointed to lift with you. Type 777 to seal cancelled agreements. At this hour I open paths that were hidden in plain sight. Time is moving, and I move resources toward you like a river guided by my hand. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and I have arranged help that fits your need, not your fear. You have asked if you must do this alone. You will not. I am the Lord of provision, and I am the sender of helpers. I do not overload the willing. I lighten their arms and multiply their steps. You have wondered if the delay meant denial. It did not. It meant alignment. Some doors were not ready to receive you because the room on the other side still held shadows. Some hearts were not ready to recognize your light because their own lamps were unlit. I have been tending both, and now I lead you by a path that looks ordinary until you step on it. Then it will carry weight better than any bridge you have tried before. My sword of light has cleared thorn and briar ahead of you. My wings are the shade on this road. My wind is the push at your back. Look for provision in simple scenes. A message arrives at a quiet hour, not as pressure but as invitation. The tone is clean. The details are clear. Your chest stays soft while you read. That is me. Or a calendar opens where it used to be jammed shut. An appointment cancels without harm, and the open square glows like space I carved with my own finger. That is me making room. Or a debt that felt like a chain begins to loosen. A small credit appears, a fee is waived, a pathway to renegotiate arrives with kindness. That is me reversing what tried to diminish you. Holy reversal is not a storm of drama. It is peace overtaking chaos and turning it into order. Expect unlikely helpers. They will not always look like authority. They may carry kindness more than titles. You will recognize them by the fruit of peace that surrounds them. They will speak to you in a way that steadies your breathing. They will see what you carry and call it by its right name. They will not demand that you shrink to fit their world. They will make space for the scope of your assignment. Some will be old names with new hearts. Some will be new names with old wisdom. Welcome them without suspicion, but keep your litmus of peace in place. The helper I send will not require secrecy that stifles. They will not mock your boundaries. They will guard your yes as if it were their own. I am also providing keys you did not forge. Keys appear as clarity, as timing, as favor. Clarity will show you which door to try first so you stop bruising your knuckles on every option. Timing will align so that when you arrive, the door is unlocked and the light is on. Favor will open the door from the inside because someone has been waiting for the exact light you carry. These keys work together. Do not force the lock when I have given you a key. Do not linger outside when I have opened the way. Step in with quiet courage. Let the room meet you. Let your peace be the first thing you unpack. Provision is not only money. Provision is energy that lasts the day. Provision is a conversation that removes 10 pounds of confusion. Provision is a friend who sits in stillness with you and keeps fear from multiplying. Provision is a new idea that feels like a window opened. Provision is a task you dreaded becoming easy because the right person came alongside. I provide in layers so that your spirit, mind, body, and relationships are nourished together. I do not feed one part of you and starve the others. I am whole in my giving. Guard your posture as pavilion arrives. Do not apologize for being blessed. Do not hoard what was sent to be shared. You not sprint past gratitude to grab more. Stand under the light and let the gift land. Say thank you while it is still in your hands. Then ask me how it should be planted. Some gifts are bread to eat. Some are seed to sow. Some are oil to keep your lamp burning. I will tell you which is which if you ask me in stillness. My answers come with a steady wind, not a frantic grab. I am rebuilding trust in you by giving you small wins that compound. Do not despise the small. A small open slot on your calendar becomes a week of order when guarded. A small yes to a clean collaboration becomes a network of aligned labors. A small habit of blessing those who bless you becomes a field that multiplies kindness. This is holy economy. This is how I move from scarcity to sufficiency to generosity in the lives of my children. You fear that if you receive help, you will owe yourself away. Hear me. The help I send does not chain you. It frees you to be faithful. The help I send points to me and not to itself. The help I send is not a spotlight that blinds you. It is a lamp that lets you see your work. Keep your eyes on me, not on the flow. If a channel dries, do not panic. I am the source, not the channel. I can open another in a breath. I am guiding you toward collaboration that refines, but before you step further, I will remove subtle snares that would twist the flow. Purity sustains provision. We will disarm what tries to leak your strength. Type 888 for holy reversal. At this hour I turn my light to the quiet corners, because small shadows leak great strength. Time is moving, and I want your steps clean. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and I will point to threads so thin you almost miss them. I do not accuse. I free. I do not scold. I cleanse. The snares I name look harmless because they whisper rather than shout, but they bend the path and blur the view. I am placing my sword of light between you and these threads so you can walk unentangled. Bitterness is a slow coil around the heart. It starts as a defense and becomes a prison. You kept the story alive to protect yourself, but the story began to own the room. Hear me. You do not need bitterness to be safe. My wings cover what wounded you. Release the coil. Bless the lesson and hand me the blade. When you bless instead of curse, you are not denying the harm. You are denying the harm permission to keep ruling your hours. Doom scrolling is not a toy. It is a tide that steals the sound of your own soul. You reach for it to rest your thoughts, and your thoughts do not rest. You finish and feel smaller, not fed. Step back. The world will not end if you close your hand. I hold the world. Let stillness feed you where noise once fed your fear. The wind I send is not a storm of headlines. It is a quiet breath that returns strength. Self-cursing language pretends to be humility, but it is a slow agreement with diminishment. When you call yourself names I did not give you, you sign papers that drain your authority. Hear them up. Speak truth without flattery. Say, I am learning and I am love. Say, I am being refined and I am protected. Say, I am small in my own eyes but great in the eyes of the one who made me. This is not pride. This is alignment with light. I offer clean substitutions that anyone can hold. Where bitterness stood, place blessing. Blessing does not make wrong things right. It invites me to do right by you without your heart being tethered to revenge. Where doom scrolling soaked your attention, place stillness and a measured window of true news. Ask for light and then close the door. Where self-cursing sat, place gratitude that names 3 simple gifts in reach: a breath, a meal, a friend, a path. Gratitude is not denial. Gratitude is a door for glory to enter ordinary hours. Let us do a brief renunciation and blessing together. Speak softly and let the words wash you like a river. I renounce bitterness. I renounce agreement with doom. I renounce words that wound my own soul. I break partnership with panic and with shame. I receive the washing of light. I bless those who wrong me, not to excuse, but to be free. I bless my own name to heal where I have torn. I bless my home to host peace. I bless my path to be straight. Let the sword of light cut what binds, and the wind of heaven dry the ground beneath my feet. I am also disarming subtle debts of attention. Not every invitation is for you. Not every alert deserves your eyes. Put your phone down like a door you can close. Put your thoughts down like a box you can set at my feet. There is holiness in a quiet room. There is power in a single focused hour. You will be surprised by how much life returns when you are not being nibbled by 100 small demands. Watch your speech. Words build rooms. If you speak constant collapse, your room will tilt. If you speak steady blessing, your room will stand. Bless your mornings to be simple. Bless your work to be fruitful. Bless your body to be a partner, not an adversary. Bless your enemies to be disarmed by peace. Bless the road ahead to open under my hand. Blessing sets the temperature where you live. Purity is not perfectionism. Perfectionism is a whip. Purity is a clear stream. It allows life to flourish without sludge. When you choose purity of attention, of speech, of motive, you are choosing space for me to multiply your steps. This choice does not isolate you. It clarifies you. People will find you easier to help because they can see what you are saying yes to. Now breathe with me. In through your nose, slow as dawn. Out through your mouth, slow as dusk. Again. Let the storm drop out of your shoulders. Let your jaw clench. Feel how peace is practical. Feel how stillness is strength. I am not far. I am in this breath. These snares are disarmed so that you can wear daily armor without leaks. I will now place simple order on your hours, a rhythm a child can keep, so you can move forward in calm authority. Top 999 for appointed doors and helpers. If this cleansing spoke to you, agree with the light by pressing like, and share to place a quiet blessing in a searching heart. Subscribe so you do not miss the next revelation. If you feel led to support this work, do so from peace, never pressure. At this hour I place order on your steps so your peace can last. Time is moving, but you do not need to sprint. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and I am giving you a rhythm a child can keep. The armor I give is not heavy metal. It is light that fits your skin. It is breath that steadies your heart. It is words that hold the room steady when the wind rises. Wear this daily, and you will not leak strength. Wear this daily, and you will not be pulled by the old tide. Begin your day with the small that becomes great. When you wake, sit for 3 breaths with me. First breath, receive light. In through your nose, slow as dawn. Second breath, release fear. Out through your mouth, slow in dusk. Third breath, Welcome order. Feel your shoulders drop. Say, I choose peace. Say, I choose truth. Say, I choose the steady wind. This is not ritual for ritual's sake. This is how you tell your body and your mind where to stand while I cover you with my wings. After the 3 breaths, open your hands and ask a child's simple question. What is the one next right step? Not 10 steps. I will answer. You will know my answer because it will carry a small flame of peace. It may be a phone call. It may be a single task. It may be to wait. It may be to bless. Your day is a field, not a contest. Plant one seed at a time and let me be the rain and the sun. Carry armor in your eyes and ears. Before you look at noise, look at light. Before you hear the world, hear me. Read one line of truth before one line of trouble. Speak one blessing before you read one message. You are not hiding from the world. You are setting the temperature of the room your soul lives in. When you move from light into noise, the noise cannot claim your center. Use the 1-minute check before decisions. When a choice comes, pause for 60 heartbeats. Breathe once. Ask, can I keep peace if I say yes? Ask, can I keep honor if I say no? If your breath disappears, wait. If shame tries to steer you, stop. If peace remains in your chest like a small sun, proceed. I do not require you to be perfect to be protected. I require you to be honest and to listen. I will nudge you. My nudges are not panic. They are a gentle hand at your back. Bless your hours in 4s to build a quiet foundation. Morning, receive light. Midday, return to stillness for 1 minute and release the accumulation. Evening, close open loops by writing tomorrow's first small step. Night, hand me the day and sleep under my wings. If you forget a part, do not scold yourself. Return when you remember. Heaven is not keeping score against you. Heaven is keeping pace with you. Guard your gates. Your mouth is a gate. Speak blessing more than complaint. Your eyes are a gate. Look at what strengthens more than what scatters. Your hands are a gate. Touch work that is yours and release what belongs to another. Your feet are a gate. Stand where peace stands. Move when peace moves. This is armor, not a wall that isolates, but a boundary that clarifies. Within this boundary, your song can rise without being drowned. I place strength on your simple practices. Keep water near. Drink and remember I am the living stream. Step into a patch of sunlight and remember I am the greater light. Touch the doorway when you leave and whisper, peace guard my going. Touch it when you return and whisper, peace keep my coming. These small acts train your heart to stay awake without being afraid. Awake but not anxious. Ready but not rushed. When conflict approaches, do not match its volume. Lower yours and anchor your breath. Say, peace be the first word in this room. If another storm tries to blow through you, imagine my wings open wide, turning the gust into a soft wind. Answer only from the place where peace remains. If you cannot find that place, ask for a pause. Silence is not weakness. Silence is a shield when used in light. I give you a cloak of humility that cannot be pierced by pride's arrows. I give you shoes of readiness that do not slip on flattery or fear. I give you a belt of truth that holds your courage in place when lies tug at your edges. I set a guard over your heart so that love can flow without being stolen. This is your daily armor. It is not complicated. It is consistent. Consistency beats intensity when the race is long. Do not despise steady steps. Loud moments may be rare, but faithful moments are many, and they move mountains grain by grain. I am not grading you on spectacle. I am shaping you for substance. Wear this armor and watch how doors begin to yield to the peace you carry. Watch how rooms that once resisted now open at a word spoken softly in my name. I have taught you to stand. Now I will teach you to speak to gates, to bless thresholds, and to walk through openings that once refused to move. Type 1010 to walk in daily armor. At this hour I wake the authority I placed in you before you knew your own name. Time is moving, and I will not have you stand outside doors that I have already unlocked. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and heaven has judged in your favor. The window is small, but the gates are wide when you arrive in peace. You have asked if you are allowed to speak to the places that resisted you. You are. I give you permission, and I give you language. I give you a tone that rooms obey. You have walked in halls where the air felt thick, where good work always slipped away, where your words were heard but not welcome. You not be offended by the resistance. Be instructed by. Some gates respond to volume, but my gates respond to light. Stand still. Set your feet. Lower your shoulders. Feel the steady wind I send. Then speak with the voice I taught you, simple and sure. Say peace. Yield. Say light. Fill. Say order. Stand. Do not argue with chaos. Bless the threshold and command alignment. You are not fighting the room. You are inviting the room to remember the purpose I wrote into it. Listen closely to how authority feels. It does not feel like strain. It feels like clarity. It does not feel like panic. It feels like presence. When you speak as I teach you, the fear in your stomach goes quiet. Your breath slows. Your eyes soften. This is the sign that you are not acting from your own strength. You are moving under my wings. The sword of light is not to thrash. It is to set boundary and bring order. Lift it with words that are clean and few. Bless and disarm hostile spaces. When you cross a door that once rejected you, pause your foot on the sill and whisper, "This ground is for peace. This work is for truth. This hour is for fruit. Where harm once multiplied, let mercy multiply. Where confusion tried to rule, let clarity sit in the chair. If a room begins to boil with accusation, do not wrestle the heat. Lower your tone and say, peace. Yield. The storm will not find a handhold in you, and it will lose power in the absence of agreement. You will also speak to invisible gates, time, systems, habits that locked you out. Say to your hours, line with heaven's pace. Say to the system, yield to just order. Say to the habit, bow to the light and make room for what is true. This is not superstition. This is stewardship of authority. You are not commanding as a tyrant. You are governing as a child of light. The authority you carry is for service, not for show. It opens space for others to breathe when they could not catch their breath. I am giving you a practice for entering new spaces. Before you speak to people, speak to the atmosphere. Place your hand over your chest and say, I stand in peace. Place your hand toward the room and say, peace, be first here. Then walk in slowly, as if you know the ground already loves you, because I have gone before you. When you sit, let your silence be a soft weight that presses confusion to the floor. When you speak, let your words be few and full. To an anxious meeting, say, we will choose clarity over speed. To a harsh exchange, say, we will honor the image of God in one another. To a closed process, say, if this is for light, it will open. If not, we release it. You fear that using authority will make you hard. I will make you tender and strong at once. Authority is not sharpness, it is steadiness. It does not bruise, it protects. It does not perform, it provides it. People will feel safer when you arrive because your presence will signal that panic is not required. Even those who once resisted your peace will relax in it. They may not have language for what changes, but they will feel the room untie itself. Some gates will open at your first whisper. Others will open as you return with faithful blessing over days. Do not measure your effectiveness by speed alone. Measure by fruit. Is the confusion less? Is the blaming less? Is the breathing deeper? These are early fruits of authority. If a door remains locked after blessing, do not batter it. Step back and ask me, is this my door? If it is not, you lose nothing by releasing it. I do not want you wasting your knuckles on what I did not appoint. I have open gates prepared where your peace will be welcomed. Now I lay a mantle on your shoulders, light as linen and strong as steel. It carries 3 inscriptions. Peace first, truth plain, love active. Wear it in boardrooms and in kitchens, in messages and in quiet walks. When conflict rises, check the mantle. When opportunity calls, check the mantle. If your words cannot keep peace, make truth plain, and keep love active, wait until they can. Your waiting will be a sermon the room understands. Practice blessing and disarming wherever you go. In your home, say, rest, increase here. In your work, say, craft to be clean and fruitful. On the street, say, city, be safe for the least and the lost. At your thresholds, say, welcome what is aligned, turn away what is not. This is how open gates become kept gates. This is how you move as one who carries light. You have awakened to authority. Now I will lay hands on your assignment and commission you to govern what I place in your care with a calm and joyful strength. Type 1111 to bless and disarm. At this hour I place a charge upon you that is light and holy. Time is moving, and I am not sending you into a storm without a mantle. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and heaven has judged that you are ready to carry what I entrust. I do not overwhelm. I entrust. I do not burden. I commission. Feel my hand upon your head and my wing above your shoulder. Feel the calm that comes when authority finds its assignment. Govern what I place in your hands with steady love. Governance in my kingdom is care. It is tending small fires so they do not die, pruning healthy branches so they can bear more, guarding gates so that what is precious is not trampled. I am not asking you to run faster. I am asking you to be faithful with what fits your grasp. Some will call it small. I call it seed. Seed contains forests. Do not despise the day of seed. Your territory is simple and sacred. Govern your time. Give the first minutes to light and the last minutes to rest. Guard the middle from thieves of attention. Govern your words. Speak blessing at default and correction as medicine. Refuse the poison of gossip and the fog of complaint. Govern your relationships. Love without flattery. Set boundaries without cruelty. Keep company with those who protect your yes and honor your no. Govern your resources. Treat money as a tool, not a master. Treat your energy as a gift, not a currency to buy approval. Treat your creativity as a river that can be channeled but not owned by fear. I give you a simple vow of faithfulness to speak now. Say, I will tend what is mine. I will release what is not. I will build rooms of peace wherever I dwell. I will refuse panic and choose clarity. I will put love to work and let truth be plain. I will not outrun grace. I will walk with the steady wind. This vow does not bind you to straying. It binds you to my pace. My pace protects. My pace multiplies. I also appoint you as a keeper of thresholds. You will notice doorways that others hurry past. Pause and bless them. Where people enter your space, greet them with peace that disarms fear. Where you enter their space, arrive with humility that lowers defenses. If a threshold feels contested, do not shove. Place your hand on the frame in your heart and say, peace, be first here. Truth, stand upright. Love, move us forward. Then step through as one who belongs because I sent you. Governance requires pruning. I will show you what to cut so that growth can expand. Cut the obligation that keeps you small and resentful. Cut the performance that steals your joy. Cut the constant explanation to those who do not listen. Cut the hidden agreements with scarcity that make you hoard instead of steward. Every cut is for fruit. Every cut is for breath. You are not losing identity when you prune. You are losing only the weight that hindered your run. You have feared failing the assignment. Hear me. I do not grade you by applause. I measure by fruit and obedience. Fruit begins inside you as peace that does not leak. Fruit grows around you as order that holds without force. Fruit spreads through you as kindness that is not performative. When you trip, I am not surprised. I am near. I help you stand and I steady your hand upon the plow again. What I give, I also sustain. I am placing people under your shade. Do not be anxious. You are not their savior. You are a shelter while they catch breath. Offer what you have and point them to me. Share oil only as I supply it. If a lamp grows low, return to me for filling before you pour again. This is governance with wisdom. This is how you lead without losing yourself. I am giving you language to bless your territory daily. Over my time, peace. Over my words, truth. Over my relationships, honor. Over my resources, clarity. Over my work, truth that lasts. Over my thresholds, welcome for what is aligned and turning away for what is not. Speak these lines softly and watch how the ground remembers. You will be tempted to compare your field with another's. Refuse it. Comparison is a thief of focus. Your field is the exact size for your current strength. As you tend it faithfully, it will widen without tearing you. I promote by peace, not by panic. I expand by health, not by hype. When it is time to step into more, you will feel no grinding. You will feel the easy swing of a gate that hath been oiled by faithfulness. Now receive the laying on of my hand. I mark your brow with light for clear seeing. I mark your mouth with cold for clean speech. I mark your heart with stillness for steady love. I mark your hands with strength for gentle work. I mark your feet with readiness for paths prepared. You are commissioned. Govern with joy. Govern with humility. Govern with courage rooted in peace. You have been entrusted. The next breath carries the final blessing that seals this day and opens tomorrow with promise. Type 1212 to rise into assignment. At this hour I bring you into the quiet center where storms lose their name. Time is moving, and I have moved with you through unveiling, protection, alignment, and commission. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and heaven has ruled in favor of your peace. The window is small, yet eternity has touched this day. I surround you with my wings. I set my sword of light at your borders. I draw stillness through your breathing until your heart rests in my rhythm. Hear my final word over you. What was hidden has been revealed, not to expose you, but to free you. What chased you has lost permission. What shamed you no longer speaks first. I plant clarity like a lamp in your chest. I pour favor like warm oil over your steps. I send helpers to your left and right. Your yes is guarded. Your no is clean. Your name is written on the palm of my hand where no thief can reach. The rooms I appoint will recognize your light. The doors I open will stay open long enough for grace to cross. The paths I prepare will hold under your feet. I bless your mornings to begin with light, your hours to carry order, your evenings to return to peace, your nights to be kept by angels who do not slumber. I bless your mind to remember truth without fear. I bless your body to be a friend to your calling. I bless your relationships to speak honor and receive it. I bless your work to bear fruit that lasts beyond applause. I bless your thresholds to welcome only what aligns with the light. Take this sentence as a seal you can whisper anywhere, anytime. Peace first. Truth plain. Love active. If you receive this, answer me with trust. Lift your chin. Breathe the steady wind. Walk forward. I am with you, and I will not leave. You are chosen. You are safe. You are loved. If you receive this message, type Amen. Type 144 to seal this blessing. If this word blessed you, I am grateful for your partnership in the light. Agree by pressing like, share to place a lamp in a searching heart, and subscribe for future revelations. If you feel led to support this work, do so from peace, never pressure.